Beaumont gets a late strike from Grace Stover to record a 1-0 victory over visiting Harvey on Monday afternoon in a Division II sectional semifinal over at Denison Park in Cleveland Heights. It was not the prettiest natural flow of attack match in the history of mankind. I'm sure this was not giving Birdie flashbacks on the touchline of the good old days at HB when her and the Blazers used to torment our area sides like Chagrin Falls and Lake Catholic in big match situations. Those were attacking masterpiece matches. This, unfortunately, was not. But kudos to the Blue Streaks for being able to grind out a result here. I agree with Birdie. I think that the work rate was a lot better in the last 15 minutes of this match. There were times where overall, in the flow of attack, it just got mired and muddled down in midfield. And the ball winning was there, but the ideas with combination play for large stretches, unfortunately, were just non-existent for both sides. For the Red Raiders, unfortunately, they were deviating into playing into space as opposed to playing to feed a lot of times. It was just not a one that you would put in the DVD player and say, here's how you put together combination play and really grind it out in the natural flow of attack. But again, Beaumont was able to find the decisive strike late. Stover gets turned away initially. She's able to get on the rebound and bang that home to make it a 1-0 match in the 75th minute. She had an early strike, a nice turn and touch into the box that was turned away in the 17th minute by Harvey goalkeeper Deanna Hernandez. And it seemed like after that, Beaumont had some really good chances there early, had some promise on corners, and just couldn't quite get going. And after that, it just kind of went south for them in the attack for quite a while until they were able to up that work rate, improve on the ideas and the flow into the offensive third there in the last 10-15 minutes and be able to get the result here. You know, it seems like such a dumb thing to say, and I understand that it'll sound dumb, but when you're mired in a long season and Beaumont, 2-10-3 coming into this match, their only wins on the year were against Cleveland Heights and Brooklyn. It's tough because it really is difficult when you're trying to see out a result in the last 10 to 15 minutes of a match, when you're locked in a tight match, to have the belief that you can really do it. And I know that sounds silly, but it's really true. And I think it was important for Beaumont to really dig deep within themselves to try to find this result, and they were able to do that here. Needless to say, they get tested in NCL Blue Division play, for crying out loud. Hoban, Lake, Gilmore, Walsh Jesuit, Dino has them rolling as always. So it's a tough deal when you get into league play, because you're not going to sniff a lot of these sides. You're going to have to really play a lot of your match in the defensive third. But the benefit, I suppose, is that there's nothing that you haven't already seen once you get to a postseason match like this, where it's a winnable match and you can get a result. And I think that experience serves Beaumont well here. With Harvey, the work rate was there in the defensive third. I think the ball winning was there. There were times where they were okay up top, getting some runs into the offensive third, but they only had 2 shots on target in this match. They just could not find the end product at all. They were working hard, but they just could not find it. Obviously they've been in a long campaign themselves, albeit with a few more wins than Beaumont at 5-11, now 5-12 after this. But hopefully they're able to figure it out here eventually as a program. I think the Harvey boys are in a great place right now with the middle school program putting together some great results, and those kids will be mixing into the varsity level here eventually at the high school level. And it's an exciting time for the boys program, and hopefully the girls program is able to get cooking the same way. But, again, with Beaumont, they were so happy at the final whistle, genuine enthusiasm, because it hasn't been that often that they've been able to savor and enjoy a positive result, but they were able to do it here. It took some time. It wasn't pretty, but they found the result, and that's what matters. A 1-0 win over visiting Harvey on Monday.